fight for their liberation.
GW Apparel, a clothing that speaks. Something for the kings, something for the queens. Visit uptsites.com and use promo code SLDG22 and receive 11% off your order. Peace.
It's the Ticket Plug. We've been running an online ticket business for over a decade, and now we've created an easy way for you to do the same thing through our private ticket resale community. Joining our community will give you a way to flip your bread and generate profit income consistently. We provide you with all the tools, training, and resources needed to start your life-changing online ticket business. Zero experience needed. To join our ticket resale community, go to thetickettrap.com. Again, go to thetickettrap.com. That's thetickettrap.com.
The Master's Table by DJ RP Beats and Sincere Love to God, now playing on the internet's #1 destination for true hip-hop. Introducing truthhiphop.com, a meticulously curated platform designed for connoisseurs seeking a superior quality of hip-hop. Immerse yourself in an unparalleled experience of 100% bar-heavy, authentically crafted, real hip-hop. Discover the essence of the genre, reminiscent of its golden era, now playing exclusively at truthhiphop.com.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.
In the person of Sincere Love to God.
That mean they arms too short like tall Anthony Shaw. And we are back with another one, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. I am the God Sincere Love. Shout out to the Golden Child. I got on my God Out the Hood t-shirt this evening. And I'm here with my lovely co-host, Nicety Girl.
Minus
we
the
are
bundles.
Sincere Love the Godcast, and we are in the digital building. Oh yeah, the bundles is gone.
The bundles gone as of last night, y'all.
Got the baby hairs laid though.
Them baby hairs is laid, but you know what? I don't have enough for this forehead though.
You need a little more baby hairs for the forehead.
I be trying to shave it down a little bit, but I can't figure out this forehead.
You gotta talk to one of them young niggas with the locks. Them niggas got the baby hair shit on lock. I don't know what they doing. All right, good night, son. You put on some lotion and all that. Yeah, put some chapstick on them lips and put some lotion on that skin.
No rusty ass. No, just playing.
Yeah, but we here, family. As y'all coming in the room, y'all know what to do. Make sure you hit the like button. Share this out on your social media platforms and let everybody know that we are live right now. And if you are not subscribed to us on YouTube, please head over to YouTube, type in Sincere Love to God, type in Godcast Enterprises, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes of Sincere Love to Godcast. I'm trying to respond to Teddy Riley and Bishop Talbot Swan in my comment section over here. Give me 1 second.
Are they windmilling?
No, Teddy Riley is on cold.
Oh,
by the way,
that's so refreshing. What's up, Ish? Peace,
Teddy
fam.
Riley. Shout out to Teddy Riley. He follows me. He's always sharing my stuff, and he's always in the comment section. Teddy Riley is on cold.
Oh, I love it.
Teddy Riley is definitely on cold. He's commenting on the thing I put with all the Democratic shills crying.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, perfect song." He said, "It's the perfect song. I got to check on some of my old friends in these pictures."
You know what got me today? And by the way, what's up to When Shit Gets Real? Hey, doll.
Shit gets rare. When shit gets rare, that's my girl right there.
It's cut off on mine. Plies tried to pretend like just a few hours ago that he just learned about the election. Like, why are you always lying? Like, if you don't stop,
right? Not you, Plies. Not you, Plies. And yeah, we're gonna have to get into all of that. We're gonna talk about what's been going on in the aftermath of this historical monumental election that took place last night. For those of y'all that don't know, like Plies, in case you like Plies under a rock somewhere, Donald Trump is the new president-elect. So he's going to be president again come January. He won by a landslide. It wasn't even close. It was ugly. It was ugly. I mean, Kamala got washed,
Literally
just like them
washed.
damn greens that she be having in the bathtub.
You know what? That's what she get though for playing with our FBA family's name about them greens. Number one, black women are very sensitive about our greens. One, they have to be cleaned right. You know what I'm saying? They got to be seasoned right. You got to cook them with the right meat. You know what I'm saying? And to say that you clean them in a damn tub, y'all, was insulting.
Right. However, hold on a second, y'all. Bear with me 1 second.
Hold on to y'all.
However, oh, that hold on, y'all. Because the is a small win for FBA.
Well, I was up last night rather late,
Your camera's
because
off.
I'm coming back on here. I was responding to a text message. Sorry.
Okay.
I was up, until, basically he accepted, the nomination or whatever. I
Oh, you
was up
stayed up?
watching. I
Well, it ain't
stayed
that
up.
late on the West Coast. It's too late over here.
Right. It's not as late as it is for you guys. And then, of course, Tariq did a space, so that went on for a few hours. Everybody, getting their clown on, for the most
So,
part. But yeah, I stayed up
so
and
you ain't
listened
get
to
no sleep.
everything. Yeah, I didn't go to sleep till after
Not
midnight.
me. I did a late session at the gym, and they had it up on the screen in the gym, and I was watching while I was doing my thing, and I was just like, is it really this bad? Like, because
It's
I can't
over.
I can't hear it. You know what I'm saying? I can't hear it. I'm just seeing the screen, and I'm looking at the electoral votes, and I'm like,
It was
she
closing.
getting
So it was
killed.
just like, like, and I was like, right when I said, I responded to someone on X about me keeping my eye on Pennsylvania. He
Mm-hmm.
posted something. I was like, you know what? I got my eye on PA. You know what I'm saying? And literally, right when I said that, it was another tweet that went out. I forgot about who was like, Trump just closed in on PA. I was like, oh, it's done. He don't need no more, technically.
Yo, that was crazy. Did she win any of the battleground states?
um, I don't even know at this point. I didn't after he won. And I thought it was shady though that all those kids were out there, or adults,
At
out
Howard.
there at Howard crying and waiting on her to come out. This heifer was like, "F y'all, I'll see y'all tomorrow."
Right. Right. You know she was distraught. The
Distraught.
the optics, just the optics of everything when they was showing, like you said, at the headquarters, Kamala's headquarters, and the crowd, how they was looking, and they was showing Trump's crowd over at Mar-a-Lago. They was just partying and popping bottles, and
Man.
I was like, "Yo, this is yo." Honestly, I was not expecting it to be this bad.
You know what? I wasn't either. And Dewan even did a card reading yesterday prior to, everything going down. And he was like, dang, like, I'm not super familiar with cards. I'll say this. However, he said he thought that it was gonna be close. And he was just basing it off of he had like a bunch of kings, and then she had a bunch of queens or something. I forgot what all that meant. But he did say in the end, Trump was going to. He was like, I think Trump got it. He was like, and I'm going to say, maybe about 51%. But he's like, I'm just going to say it's going to be kind of close, but Trump got it. And when he said that, I was like, Dewan hasn't missed on the cards. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, Trump got it. But it wasn't close. That was the only thing that was off. It wasn't close at all.
At all. At all. Like, he about to win the popular vote.
You're
He
right.
already won the electoral vote, which is really all you need for the presidency. But he's even gonna win the popular vote, which he lost in 2016 to
Mm-hmm.
Hillary. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows you how trash
The
The
Democrats are.
Democrats are in general, but Kamala specifically, like they picked the worst crash dummy they could possibly pick. They was real desperate, once Joe Biden uh doodled his drawers at that goddamn debate. They just scrambled. They was like, it's not gonna be a good look if we don't put her up there. So they kind of had to just grit their teeth and say, yeah,
Right.
she gonna be the nominee. Because
Why did she let him though? Throw her. I wouldn't have accepted it. I would have been like, "We're not ready. We're 60 days out. It was like 90 days out." I personally would have been like, "You know what? I don't think I can do this. I'm not prepared. Biden, you have to get your old ass up there and just lose gracefully."
well, you got sense though. You got sense.
Shit.
We talking about Kamala.
Right.
We talking about the woman that can't put together a coherent sentence, that can't
But
answer a simple question like what they asked her. Oh, tell us some of your weaknesses. What are some of the weak points that you have?
did she cackle? Like, girl, stop
Wait a
cackling.
minute. Shout out to some chick named Star. It says
Stop. Hey. She at
Star
work listening.
gifted Star gifted 5 Sincere Love to God memberships. So
Yeah.
does that mean she bought memberships for 5 other people?
I think
I
sometimes
don't even
some
know
people
how it
have it.
works.
I don't either. Don't make me lie.
I ain't no YouTuber. I don't know how it works. But thank you though, Star. I appreciate
We
it.
appreciate you.
Um, when I was setting up the live, that's what it means. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So, do we know who the members are? Can we shout out the members that were gifted as well? When I was setting up the live, they was asking me something about, set some goals in the comment section. And so I did something where if we get like 5 super stickers within the hour, we'll do a Q&A at the end. So I don't know if y'all can see it in the chat. I don't know if it's asking y'all to
I
send
don't
super
see it.
super stickers or whatever. I don't know how it works. But if you see anything in the chat that's prompting you to cop some super stickers, I think they're like $2 or whatever the case may be. If we get 5 super stickers, I think it was 5, within the hour, then we'll do a Q&A at the end. So that's
Okay.
the goal. That's the goal, family. For those of y'all who are tuning in live, cop them super stickers. Let me see. What's
What am I
this?
looking for?
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
but
Probably her only
yeah,
chance. I think her approval rating the last time she ran was below 5%. Right. She was absolutely never popular. You
ever.
know what I'm saying? When she ran in 2020, obviously she didn't make it out the primaries. Her campaign crashed and burned almost immediately. Before she even got out the gate, like I said, New Black Media was already on her bumper
Yes.
before she
Shout out
even
to
tried it.
Professor Black Truth. The
Right,
truth is all up in him.
right. Shout out to Professor Black Truth. And we always say, man, if you're not tapped into the New Black Media, you are not only uninformed, you are way behind in time.
Mm-hmm.
You are way behind in time because the brothers be ahead of the curve with a lot of the information. You know what I'm saying? They be calling stuff that's coming down the pipe before most people see it. And right now, um, the eyes are on Gavin Newsom
Ain't
because
gonna happen.
just because Kamala lost this
Mm-hmm.
election, it's not a big victory lap for Black America, and that's what we're gonna be talking about today. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I do consider it a small win, by the way, but it's not a big victory lap for Black America. We still got a lot of work to do. And right now, we're already getting our minds right and preparing for 2028 and 2032 after that. And
Right.
so right now, the eyes are on Gavin Newsom
Ain't
and
gonna happen.
what's the governor in Pennsylvania? I think his name is Shapiro.
Yeah. People right here in California are still pissed off at Gavin Newsom about the reparations bill. So, it was already said once they, screwed us over with that bill, your presidency is a wash. So if you have any type of goals of becoming president, you can consider that tanked right here, right now. It was also said to him at the time that they tanked our bills here that this decision that you made to do this will affect Kamala and the Democratic Party, period.
Mm-hmm.
So the mission was accomplished by us, the Foundation of Black Americans. We just wanted the Democrats to crash and burn, and they did exactly that.
Right. We definitely sent a message. We definitely sent a message. You know, most of us stayed at home and chose the couch. Some people went third party, and a lot
I
more
did.
people than expected actually went red. Trump
Heavy
got
red.
20% of the black male vote.
Hmm.
Got to give a special shout out to black men
You
in
know,
particular. You know,
I
we
just
don't do
love
no gender
y'all.
divides over here. We don't do no gender divides over here. You know,
No,
black men and women, we all in the same boat. But black men took the leadership position to show, you know, the FBA family the way. You know what I'm saying? To really send a message, to really punish the Democrats for their abuse and mistreatment over the years. And so shout out to black men. I'm
shout
not
out to
shouting,
y'all.
I'm not shouting us out and patting us on the shoulder for
No.
voting for Trump. You know, that's not the thing. And that's the thing about the question that we asking on today's broadcast. Is Donald Trump's victory a win for Black America? That's the question of the broadcast. And I want to hear the feedback from the family. And we're going to tell you what we think as well. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? And go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I think that that's a great question to ask, the family. I obviously have my opinion, and so do you. Um, and yeah, I think that a lot of attention, though, is being directed, at Black men for that 20%, but not enough attention to that Latino vote.
You know what? You know what? And I get that. I get that. But I think us as Black people, we proudly take the blame for this.
Oh no, I'm saying we're definitely taking the blame. We're not
Right.
giving that to them, but I don't see a lot of people really talking about it, except Auntie Luke. Auntie Luke had the nerve, you guys, to tweet out the new rule. New rule. No more saying black and brown people. It's just black, okay? Just gave us the finger. They just gave us the finger. So he's upset.
Oh,
Yes.
so now y'all know what we've been talking about this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all get it. Ain't no black and brown. We've been telling y'all this for years, and
We've
y'all been
been
saying
saying it for
we
years.
divisive. We divisive.
Right.
Now y'all get it.
Right. Now y'all get it. We tried to warn you. We tried to warn you. And then
Right.
wait, it gets better because what's so funny is now the Democratic Shields and the Democratic Party are now throwing, one another under the bus. You know what I'm saying? He also said, it's time for new leadership in the Democratic Party, a new direction. You soft motherfucking elitist. Yes, he's cussing. Can go sit the F down. And he said the word.
This is Luke.
Time is over. This party needs to be ran by black men and black women because we are the one who showed up. Everybody else can go for a ride. You 20%. Oh, you 20% Uncle Tom's. Stay your ass over there.
Wait, who's this?
This is Luke. Auntie
Oh
Luke.
yeah.
This
Yeah. Why you surprised Luke is cursing?
Auntie Luke.
This is Uncle Luke from Two Live Crew, ain't it?
Right. This is Auntie Luke from Two Live Crew, who's a tether. You know what I'm saying? He's always trying to throw FBAs under the bus or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So it's like now all of a sudden black men and black women need to take over. First of all, you go home
Mm-hmm.
and run the politics over there. You don't come over here and tell us what we need to do. We got this. FBA's got this.
Oh, we definitely running the yard.
Definitely.
We definitely running the yard. We've been standing on business, beating the drum of the same message for over a decade now, and everybody else is moving in our direction, not the other way around. Everybody's starting to sound more like us. We haven't changed our message at all. You know what I'm saying?
No. Listen, you even have Stephen Hunter Johnson. You know him. He's always in the spaces talking crap. Him and that Nikki Haley girl. She kind of got the weird makeup and shit. But anyway, he says Black America is all we got. We better figure out some internal unity ASAP. Oh, now you want to unify.
Right,
Oh,
right,
oh,
right.
okay.
Now everybody want to get on the FBA train. Now y'all want to get on the FBA. Now all of a sudden y'all understand delineation. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all want to link up with us. You know, that just shows you who's winning out here.
Do they want to link up or do they want to infiltrate?
Right.
You know, because I don't trust them.
Yeah. You know, you ain't gonna all of a sudden turn into a rider.
Mm-mm.
You ain't
Because
gonna
if
all of
it
a
ain't
sudden
in
turn
you
into a rider.
already, it ain't in you.
Right. You've already identified yourself,
Mm-hmm.
sir. And all you other ones trying to creep on over here. Hey, big head. No.
Go on over there. Go on over
Oh.
there.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all have already identified yourself. The lines
Yeah.
have been drawn. You know what I'm saying?
And what irks me too is they try to act like they didn't see what we've been talking about. You guys knew what it was, but you guys still were going crazy trying to push this, Indian woman down our throats, knowing that she was not qualified, knowing that she was not popular, and I believe knowing that she didn't really have a snowball's chance. You knew she didn't have a chance. That's why you tried to use the celebrities and all the concerts and things like that, thinking that that was going to take her over, and it didn't. You guys
Right.
failed.
So yeah. So that's how I feel about the DNC.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the landslide was a surprise to me, and I know it was a surprise to some of y'all as well.
Right.
But I think the DNC knew what time it was, and
The whole
that's the
time.
reason why they threw so much money behind this woman. That's the reason why they pulled out all of the stops. I mean, they got the biggest celebrities in the world. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce, Taylor Swift, LeBron James, Eminem, Usher, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, they went and got the big dogs
And how
and
that
they
worked out.
still got washed. And
It works.
so for some of these reasons is why I say that the Donald Trump victory is a small win for Black America.
Agreed.
And I'm not, and we're gonna get into why. But before we do that, I want to go back in time a little bit before the election because we ain't been on here in a minute. So I didn't get to tell
Mm-hmm.
y'all last Saturday, Kamala has sent her people to the barbershop, y'all.
Oh, finally, you got your wish. You finally got your wish.
I wish I would have went live. I was cutting hair. I had somebody in the chair,
Oh my God, you need a
and so
tripod.
somebody was filming. It was a girl in there who was live on her TikTok. And so I'm like, yo, you're gonna save that, right? And she was like, yeah. And so I'm like, all right, cool. So I just, kept cutting hair and kept talking my talk. But I ran them folks up out of there. Yo, yo, they came in there with a white woman, a white liberal woman, and about 3 or 4 tethers. And
Wow.
one lady who said she was from Louisiana. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. But it was hilarious because when they first came in, I was in the back. We got a little break room in the back. So I'm in the back eating my food, and the white lady comes back there to go use the bathroom. And she's like, "Oh, just so you guys know, we got some food in the front. They brought some chicken, y'all.
Not the
They brought
chicken
some,
wings. Not the
they brought
chicken
some,
wings.
they brought some fried chicken
Not
and
the.
some sandwiches from Publix." So she was like, "Just so you know,
Wow.
there's food and stuff in the front." Da, 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 da. And so I'm like, "Oh yeah," and she got the Kamala shirt on, and so I'm like, "What the hell going on up here?" You know what I'm saying? And so when I peek out, I heard the African dude telling somebody, "Yeah, um, I don't think it was a fake accent. I just think she was code switching." And I said, wait a minute. I went and closed my food up. I went and put the lid on my food and walked up there, and all my niggas in the barbershop was like, "Here come Farrakhan." They was like, "Uh-oh, here come Farrakhan. Y'all done now. Y'all done now." And so, I was cordial. Y'all know how I do. I don't get hostile and emotional with people, but they was getting very hostile and emotional up in there once I started spitting. So, we went through the whole accent thing, and it was really trying to dwell on that. for a long time and just go in circles about the accent. After I broke down what code switching really is and how that's not code switching, and I was speaking directly to the Africans about that's not even part of your culture. You know what I'm saying? That's something that comes specifically from foundational Black American culture. So you're not going to tell me what code switching is and what code switching ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're not going to go in and out of an accent that you never had. She's not a Southern Black woman. You know what I'm saying? Where would she get that accent from? So anyway, I broke all that stuff down. And so I'm ready to start getting into the policies and all that. I'm like, all right, forget all that. Y'all want to keep saying she was code switching? Fine. Let's get into some of these policies. But they wanted to keep it about the nonsense. They wanted to keep it about the nonsense because it was just a bunch of people screaming and yelling back and forth. And so I had to keep, commanding the room, you know what I'm saying? And really getting down to the business in there. And the white lady was getting so upset. She was turning red, trying to tell me about what's good for Black Americans and what Obama did for us and this, that, and the third. Man, and Mama Love said, I need to see the tape. I need to see the tape. I need to see the tape. This girl on I'm about to give y'all her TikTok.
Yeah, maybe she's posted it and we can find it and share it.
Yeah, I'm about to look right now. Because she said she was going to post it, and I hit her up the next day like, yo, what's up with the video? And she was like, oh, I'm editing it, because she wasn't feeling me either, by the way. She was, I think she was LGBT or whatever the case may be. And when I went and looked on her page, it was all Kamala. And so I don't know if she was with them. I never saw her before. I don't know if she was with them or not, but she had came in there and got her hair cut. And so I don't know where she was, because at first, when I first started talking, she was like kind of amening what I was saying. She was like, oh, my brother be dropping science or whatever. She said something like that. But as the conversation kept going on, she was like, oh, I don't know about that. And she was
bucking.
She was a tether too, by the way. She was a tether too. She wasn't from here either. So she had all kind of other stuff going on. But let me see if she posted anything, because I want to see that video.
I do too. And don't edit it. Just put the raw video up, because nothing was going to make her look good.
She responded to it. Hey, I just got home from the rally. I shall edit the vids tomorrow. And so that was on Saturday. Let me see. She didn't post it. She ain't gonna post it, y'all. She ain't gonna post it. But
nobody else in there was filming.
She was the only one that I saw with the phone out. But if y'all want to hit her up and DM her and ask her about the video,
damn right.
Everybody go hit her DM up. It's badass.bossladies on TikTok.
Hold on, let me put this in my notes.
Badass.bossladies on TikTok. Send her a message and tell her to post a video from the barbershop.
Badass.bosslady, right?
Badass.bossladies.
Oh, plural.
Yeah, badass.bossladies on TikTok. Yeah, man, I want y'all to see that video. It was funny. The dude I was cutting, the dude I had in my chair, he was African too, straight Nigerian dude. Crazy thick ass accent and everything. He yelling and screaming and foaming at the mouth. Can't even understand what he's saying. I had to calm him down a couple of times. He's sweating and everything. I'm trying to cut his hair. I'm like, dude, chill out, man. Chill out.
Why do they get so emotional? Like, that's the part that I don't get. It's the emotion for me. Like, y'all don't even know this lady. She don't know you. Ain't doing shit for you. Why are you so emotional?
She said Kamala probably told her to delete it. Yeah, because the white woman, they kept saying, they kept pointing to her for a lot of the stuff I was bringing up, because they said she'd be on CNN and stuff like that. She didn't look familiar to me. I don't know who she was, but they kept saying, oh, they kept looking at her like, oh, you want to respond to that one or different stuff that I was bringing up. And it was like, yeah, because she'd be on CNN. She'd be on CNN. So that was supposed to give her some credentials or whatever. I was like, okay.
She CNN. Can get this work too.
But that video definitely not coming out since the Dems got destroyed. To answer the question on another way, it's a win if the Dems continue to lose our unconditional support from this point forward. And that's part of the win that I'm talking about. That's part of the win that I'm talking about. Because really what sparked the title of today's conversation was from Bishop Talbot Swan, and I invited him to come on. He didn't see the invite, so he didn't see the DM that I sent him back. But earlier he had posted, he was in my comment section and he shared my post to his story. Well, I just posted a meme with all the Democratic shills crying. And I put the OJ song on top of it. Y'all should follow me if y'all not following me. I'm at Sincere Love to God on all social media platforms, but this is on Instagram. I posted the meme with all the shills crying with the OJ song playing in the background. Said we cried, just clowning.
Together.
And so the bishop, Talbot Swan, he was like, Negroes celebrating the election of an anti-black racist is wild. And so I said, look, we're not celebrating his win, but the loss for the Dems is a small victory for FBAs. He said the election of a man who wants police to be able to murder FBAs and their children with impunity could never be a small victory. And so that's when I said, well, I think it'd be a constructive conversation. If you want to come on tonight, we're going to talk about it. And I sent him the link and everything. So if he sees it anytime during this live and decides to hop on, that'd be great.
Right.
Excuse me. But I want to talk about that talking point.
Right.
Because I had the same discussion earlier today in the barbershop with people talking about Trump is going to give the police immunity.
They already have it.
Right. The police already got immunity.
Right.
And so Trump talking about he's going to give the police immunity. First of all, he's talking about on a federal level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that authority to just grant it across the board.
No.
Some of these stuff boils down to the states, the counties, municipalities, local police and all of that stuff.
Exactly.
Right. But either way, it doesn't matter because, like we said, the police already have immunity. And so all of the killings that we could name here, all of the lynchings that we could name here that have been done by race soldiers dressed up as police officers, ain't none of them been prosecuted on a federal level.
Nope.
No matter who was in office.
Not even David Chauvin, right? That was state as well.
That was state.
Yeah.
Even the people who did get punished, it wasn't by the feds.
No.
It wasn't by the DOJ.
Mm-mm.
I think if I'm not mistaken, the DOJ might have did an investigation with the Ahmaud Arbery case.
And I think also with Breonna Taylor as well. But what came from that?
Right.
Recently they just convicted one of the officers in the Breonna Taylor case, and if I'm not mistaken, maybe
but not for killing Breonna Taylor.
Right, it's something
not
totally
for killing
different.
Breonna Taylor.
Right.
I think somebody got convicted for shooting the house next door or some wild shit like that.
Right.
Right. And so the bottom line is we haven't got justice on a federal level with any of these killings anyway. So therefore, the police already have immunity. And so I gave an analogy when we were talking about it today in the barbershop. And this is what I wanted to say to Bishop Talbot Swan. So if we in school, right, and I'm the bully at school, and every day at school, I'm smacking you upside your head, pushing you in the locker, pushing you around, bullying you around, whooping your ass after school every day, and you keep on telling the teacher, telling the principal, they ain't doing nothing about it. You call the police, they don't do nothing about it. You bring it to the media gets on code with me, and they ain't doing nothing about it. They trying to make it seem like you crazy and you don't know what you're talking about and you exaggerating and all of this other stuff. You bring it all the way up to the mayor's office. And the mayor ain't even doing nothing about it. They just keep giving you the runaround and all these excuses why they can't stop me from whooping your ass every day. Right? So then election comes around and you get a whole new mayor. You get a whole new chief of police. You get a whole new board of education staff and all of that stuff. You get a new principal. You got new teachers. Everybody come around new. And now these guys are really bad news because they come in saying ain't nothing wrong with bullying. Bullying is just fine. And if anybody's out here bullying, y'all doing a good job. Keep doing your thing, because people need to toughen up out here anyway. So we just letting y'all know, since we coming in office, we letting y'all know we not going to punish no bullies. And so the question is for the family, did the situation just get worse for you? Did the situation remain the same for you? Or did the situation actually get a little bit better for you? I want y'all to answer that in the comments. Now that the new administration came through and they just told you straight up and down, they ain't going to do nothing about the bully. Did that make the situation that you was already in worse? Did it make it, did your situation stay the same? Or does it make it a little bit better for you? I'm going to wait till y'all answers start coming in before I get mine. What you think though, Nicey?
I think it's the same, because nothing is being done regardless. I'm still getting my ass beat. The situation is not changing regardless. It was happening, with the old staff administration, and it's still happening with the new. And they're, the only difference I would say is, the other staff pretended like they were looking into it, and came back and said, hey, well, we don't find anything, wrong. We don't think this person is bullying you.
Right.
Maybe you just need to toughen up. Maybe you're just a little sensitive, kids, play around. The other
Right.
one is blatantly saying, I ain't doing shit. And that's just what it is.
Right.
Same situation.
You still getting your ass whooped.
Still getting my ass whooped.
So it's the same situation.
And by the way, before you finish, I just want to say, and thank you to my cousin, some chick named Star, ex-cop Brett Hankinson found guilty of violating Breonna Taylor's civil rights. So he's not he's not in jail for murdering her at all. He violated her civil rights, y'all. That's all.
Supreme Court and Congress are the only entities that can end qualified immunity nationwide. However, states and cities can pass laws that let individuals sue government officials and prohibit qualified immunity as a defense. Right. So a lot of that is going to get determined on a local level.
Either way, it goes back to local.
And the majority of our interactions with law enforcement is on a local level.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Most of the police killings, actually none of the police killings that I could think of was a DEA or a Fed or something like that. It's always a local cop.
A local cop. Kind of reminds you too of when Biden was talking about decriminalizing marijuana on a federal level, but how many people are in federal prison for marijuana?
Right.
Like it's like
very small
it's
number.
symbolic bullshit that he was trying to do, and people like, see, he said, it's like, well, dude, that's always done locally as well,
right,
on the state level. So
right,
friendship.
Yeah, that's kind of similar to that. That's kind of similar to that. I don't know how much of a delay is on this chat, but I don't see any responses to the question coming in. I want to know what if y'all think the situation stayed the same, did it get worse, or did it get better? The scenario, okay, brother Ish said, in the scenario, things remain the same. To actual facts, police brutality was down during Trump's reign versus Biden, and definitely Obama. Okay, I see what you're saying. When Trump was president last time, the police killings were actually down compared to under Obama and even under Biden. Probably so. I think more of these murders took place in the last 3.5 years, going on 4 years under Biden, than when Trump was in president, when Trump was in office. I think so. Definitely under Obama for sure.
Definitely.
They broke the record under Obama.
And
he didn't punish nobody.
He didn't punish anybody, and he also said that he was going to leave it up to the state.
Right, and he had a black looking DOJ too, Eric Holder.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they ain't do nothing about it.
Nothing.
Peace. What's going on, Lamel?
Lamel, what's up? Peace to the God.
And so to me, I think in the scenario that I explained, I think it's a little bit better because people have a hard time identifying white supremacy when the Dems are in office. See, Rhea got the same name as my daughter, and she thinks like me.
Mhm.
shout out the when shit gets Rhea. I agree. I think in the scenario, the situation actually just got a little bit better because under the old administration, you kept trying to go through the proper channels to get justice.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not actively doing anything about it on your own. You're depending on this system to actually work for
Do it
you,
for you.
and it's not working for you. When the new administration comes in and lets you know off top they ain't gonna do shit,
My
now
bad.
you have no choice but to do something for yourself. So you're gonna start doing some push-ups. You're gonna take a karate class, a boxing class. You're gonna learn how to fight. You're gonna learn how to use some weapons. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna just let this dude keep whooping your ass. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna figure out a way to defend yourself. And so that's the same situation that we find ourselves in with the Republicans versus the Democrats. When the Democrats are in office, too many of us just sit on our hands and we wait for the system to do its thing, thinking we got people in office that are friendly towards us and something is going to be done about the injustice that's taking place. But when somebody like Trump is in office and the white supremacy is right there in your face, more of us started to get on code. More of us started to pool our resources together. We started to do for self and figure out ways to improve our conditions on our own. And that's what we've always done historically when our back was against the wall. We did better under Jim Crow segregation when we didn't have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When the signs were up saying no niggas allowed, we did better. That's when we were building Black Wall Streets all over the place because we understood what it was. But
Niggas won't. Sorry.
under
Go ahead.
integration, we got caught up in the illusion that things were actually improving for us and that we no longer needed to have the same kind of resolve amongst ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when our back was against the wall and it was very clear what we were dealing with, what we were up against, then we tapped into our own creative genius that we do innately have. But under the Democrats, we tend to leave that genius very dormant. And that's not good for us.
Nope. It's this false, sense of security under the Democratic Party. Because, and my thing is, I don't understand what security they have because, like we said, and the police killings are happening in Democratic run cities, and the Democratic Party isn't doing anything to punish these people. So I don't understand what's in people's head to make them believe that things are better or will be better under the Democratic Party versus, say, a Trump. I don't get it.
Well, you get it. You get
Like,
it.
why are the blinders on?
It's the famous quote from Neely Fuller Jr.
If you don't understand white supremacy
What it is and how it
and how it
works, everything else that you understand will only serve to confuse you. And so when people hear white supremacy, the people that we're talking about, when they hear white supremacy, they only think about the KKK, the skinheads, somebody calling you nigga to your face, wearing a swastika or waving a Confederate flag or something. That's the only thing that they identify as white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
So when they see Bill Clinton, Sleepy Joe, or somebody like that, they don't see white supremacy.
Writing all these bills and passing them.
You know what I'm saying? They think he's doing something. Yeah, he might be a little hard on us, but he's doing it because he's trying to help us. That's why they did them crime bills, because black people be committing too much crimes anyway. So yeah, we need more police and stop and frisk and all that. Yeah, they was trying to help us.
Okay, so why is with Trump's immunity plan so bad then? Shouldn't that stop you too? Maybe that'll straighten you up, keep you from doing crime. I don't know.
Because with Trump, they see the Confederate flags.
It's crazy.
They see the MAGA hat. The MAGA hat is the new Confederate flag. So they can identify, and they watch the news every night with them calling this man the modern day Hitler, and all the way they demonize him and all of that. So he's easily identified as the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Facts. We have to deal with the irregular force of white supremacy every day. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing. So that's the reason why I say it's a win for Black Americans. Not because Trump is better for us, but we will be better for ourselves under Trump. So it's not
Mhm.
about what Trump is going to do for us because he hasn't offered us anything. He hasn't promised to do anything for us, right? So it's not about what Trump is going to do for us, but it's about what we're going to be doing for ourselves. That's the reason why I say it's a win. Donald Trump's victory is a win for Black America because it puts us in a better position.
I still think that we should lobby, with him and his people too, and still try to push him within these 4 years for something. I don't think that we should wait till 2028. I think while he's in there, we still need to apply the same pressure, whether we get it or not. You know what I'm saying? But just to
Mm-hmm.
let him know in the future ones that's going to run in 2028 and 2032 and so forth, reparations is still a thing, and we're not going away. We're going to still beat that drum, and somebody is going to come up off them tangibles, period. So I think
Absolutely.
that we need to continue to beat that drum, to his administration as well.
Absolutely. It's like we said a couple of weeks ago. We win by raising the issue. You know what I'm saying? Whether it gets done or not, you know what I'm saying? It ain't over till we get it.
Right.
But we win by raising the issue, by having our
Absolutely.
issue on the table, not allowing them to ignore it, you know what I'm saying? Not allowing the energy to dissipate. That's the win. You know what I'm saying? But Mama Love said, I just want to know when they're going to stop discriminating against people with felonies now that a convicted felon can hold the highest office in the land. Right. I can't flip no burgers at McDonald's because I got this felony on my record.
They're felony friendly there.
Who, McDonald's?
I'm just yeah, I think they're family friendly. Yeah, somebody else posted that too, saying not one employer in the U.S. should be asking anyone, not to have a felon. And I would say maybe it depends on the type of felony. Because if it's a felon, where, it's some type of crime against children, I can understand, you know, looking for something like that. Like I just, especially if you're
Right,
going to be in a position where you're around children, right? Or
right.
something like that. So I think crimes against children, um, anything that has to do with
Yeah, if you rob the bank, you
grapes,
probably can't get a job at a bank.
yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
graping,
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? I'm adding the G,
yeah, yeah.
but graping, something like that. But anything else, if it's something, hustling, nope,
Right,
nope.
right. But that's interesting perspective from Rhea too.
Uh-huh. I told you he'd be flip flopping.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
told
And so see that's the part that I didn't peep for the bishop because I was saying earlier, um, I don't always agree with the bishop, but I don't
Mhm.
necessarily think that he's a shill either. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know about the that he was a Greek. Is he a Greek?
He's definitely that. Yes, he is definitely holding up the symbol and all that. Yes, 1000%. He was at that brunch thing, and that's when I think I realized it because he was with that other Demarcus, is that, or Demario, the attorney for
Yeah.
our Tulsa victims. Yeah. So yeah, I saw it then.
Mm.
Even
Yeah,
with
I did.
DL, because DL is supposed to be,
Yeah, I know
I don't know if
that.
he's honorary or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, yeah, I know that. But yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know that about the bishop though. I didn't know that about the bishop. And so see,
Hmm.
we do have to be very careful because some people come amongst us as infiltrators.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Some people pretend to be B1 and all of that, to get in good and get in cozy, but their job is to redirect the energy and to muddy the waters of the messaging. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we do got to be very careful of stuff like that. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt to say, you know, he's an older guy. He's one of them old niggas. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people stuck in their ways, and
Mm,
I was kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt.
mm, mm, mm. Y'all don't
But
know. Sincere and I, before we go live, we always have our chats.
yeah,
And
we
we
do.
had already had our chat, and he was like, well, I'm not going to shield him. And I was like, I am. We have
Yeah.
our back and forths literally all the time. But Sincere's not on social media the way that I am, or have the freedom to do it, because he's busy, cutting and stuff like that. Whereas I work on a computer all day. I have my phone there, so I'm, working and, staying in a loop. And I have been seeing shit, and I'm like, Bishop, this ain't a good
Mhm.
look.
Yeah, I be
I don't
late.
like
I ain't
this.
gonna lie. I'll be
Yeah,
late. I'll be late because y'all be telling me stuff, and I'll be like, for real?
yeah.
I ain't know that. But yeah, see, and also that's part of my personality too. We got the little inside joke behind the scenes. I'm Mr. Benefit of the Doubt. I give
Yes.
everybody a shot. I give everybody a shot. You know what I mean? I ain't automatically gonna just throw everybody under the bus. You know what I'm saying? I try to be a little understanding. You know what I mean? And so that's why I think we work. I think that's
I
why
have
we work
trust issues. I have
because
trust.
Nicety don't play the radio
Mm-mm,
at
mm-mm,
all. She
mm-mm,
ain't cutting you no slack whatsoever. So I
mm-mm.
think that's why we kind of balance each other out a little bit.
Yeah, he's did several, to me, things that I've deemed off code many times, not just a few times, many times. And so he's already been on my radar anyway. I mean, if he
Mm,
says something that I agree with, cool. But there's several things that I didn't. Like, that was just blatantly off code.
right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have to agree with everything, but it's the off code stuff, And so, yeah,
Mm,
I kind of had my eye on him.
right. And so, since Kamala got washed, people have been losing their minds out here,
Oh,
man.
Lord.
The
Are they
fallout
not?
has been crazy. The fallout has been crazy. Let me go to
It's been
our source
embarrassing.
materials over here. And a lot of it not really surprising at
True.
all. Hold on. Let me see. What's this right here? Okay. Here goes a post from Talbot Swan, and thanks Rhea for sending me this. What does it say? In our nation, there has been an alarming. So Talbot Swan posted something from Kamala Harris, and she put this up there. In our nation, there has been an alarming increase in anti-Semitic incidents. Is this old or is this new? Our administration introduced the first ever national strategy to combat anti-Semitism. We will continue to fight against hatred in every form. When was this post? Okay, so okay. So you were just showing me this to prove the point that he been on the
Off
nonsense.
code. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this was
Off
from back
code.
in June. Oh, this was June of 2023, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think I think that was that around the time of the Buffalo thing, the Buffalo shooting. It might have been around that time that they did this. But let me see Talbot Swan's caption. So we have anti-Asian hate crimes law, an anti-LGBT executive order, an anti-Jewish hate crimes resolution, and national strategy to control anti-Semitism, but nothing specifically for Black people. Yet Democrats will use Trump and DeSantis as scare tactics to hustle our votes and give us nothing in return. So this was you in 2023, Bishop
Mm.
Swan.
Mm.
This was
Mm.
you in 2023. And now you mad at us because we didn't support the Indian
Right.
after they offered us nothing and gave everybody else the red carpet?
And another thing, why didn't he get behind the Green Party? What's our brother name? Because I be forgetting names. My mind. The black one.
Butch Ware,
No, the other one. You
Cornell
know,
West.
Cornell, yeah. I mean, say something positive. Okay, Black people, if you don't want to support the Democratic Party, we understand that they haven't delivered on anything specific for Black people, as per that tweet that you just, read. Why not say, okay, well, get behind Cornell West? At least he's a Black man, for real, a Black man. You know what I'm saying? Let's put our energy into him for now to show the Democratic Party that we're not playing or something. Instead, you're still pushing the Indian lady and referring to her as Black.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, that does show the flip flopping that you've been doing,
Deception.
Bishop Talbot Swan. And so I can't give you the benefit of the doubt when you're doing stuff like that because the point that Nicely made before we went live is that you actually know better. Usually,
Mm-hmm.
I give people the benefit of the doubt, like maybe there's don't know what time it is. but you actually know better. So
Yep.
what you're doing, your deception is intentional. You being intentionally deceptive, Bishop Talbot Swan.
Yep.
And so we can't respect that. We can't respect that.
And also, he's a Christian man. You know, you're a bishop, you're a Christian man. Why haven't you also called out Jamal Bryant on his bull crap, you know, saying that God basically is pro-choice?
That was crazy.
That was insane.
Did y'all
You
see
know,
that?
some things you just have to step up and say, as a man of faith, as a man of the cross, you know what I'm saying, to another fellow man of the cross, you could have respectfully like, yo, we ain't gonna do that. Like, that's definitely not true, you know?
Did y'all see that? Because that was crazy.
That was insane.
Jamal was on there trying to use scripture to justify abortions. And I forgot the exact scripture it was, but it was something about Jesus said, I knock at the door, and if you let me in, then I come in. He said, what you call that? Ain't that pro-choice? I said, this nigga. What? I said, I know this nigga, and I'm not religious at all.
Right.
I'm not a religious guy like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I know pimping when I hear pimping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know game when I hear game. I'm like, did this man just say that?
Doesn't he have like 7 children in and out of wedlock? We don't know how many others have been aborted.
And didn't he do a fake march a couple weeks ago for reparations?
Yep.
They walked from like Baltimore to DC, supposedly for reparations. What was that about?
Right.
What was that even about?
Yeah,
but not only that,
sick.
About the, still talking about the situation with Bishop Swan, like you mentioned, you a bishop, you supposed to be Christian of the book, of the cross and all of that. And a lot of the agenda that's being pushed by the Democrats that you supporting is very anti-Christian.
Right.
It's very anti-Christian, homie. So there's a lot of contradictions with you, brother.
Very much so. And again, some people in my timeline was like, well, maybe it's because he's saying that, God gives people free will. And that is true. We all do have free will. But that's not what he said, in the video. He made it as if Jesus, God, is pro-choice, supports abortion. That's a different thing.
Right.
That's
you can't
a totally
do that.
different thing. We're not gonna mix it up. We're gonna focus on what he actually said.
Yeah, you can't do that. That was some bullshit. That's playing in people's faces right there.
Exactly.
That's what that's called. That's called playing in people's faces. You know what I'm saying?
We had Bible study in my timeline. Everybody was throwing scriptures out like, no, none of them align with what he talking about at all.
So the Guardian put this out. It says, "Goodbye, America. Celebrities react to Donald Trump's election win." Cardi B, Ariana Grande, Stephen King are among names sharing anger and disappointment over U.S. election results. Man, y'all all went out here tap dancing and doing the most. Yo, this is another reason why I say this is a win for Black people, because this whole election season, me and you been asking each other, do we feel like we finally ready?
Right.
Do we feel like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not all of us. It's not all of us, but it doesn't take all of us. And this is what we've been saying for the longest. But it seems as though this is an indication that maybe we have reached critical mass.
Yes. Thank you. I'm so happy.
That's a victory right there. If we're to the point where we finally have reached critical mass, where enough of us are on code enough to say, nah, we're not supporting this us getting nothing. We're not going to just keep voting in exchange for nothing. That's a victory right there. If that's where we at, if this is an indication that that's where we are, enough of us at this point in time, that's the victory right there. It's not about Donald Trump being president. We know Donald Trump ain't shit. That's fine. That's fine. But the thing about Donald Trump, not only do we know that Donald Trump ain't shit, but everybody know Donald Trump ain't shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not just the B1 family, but the entire Black family knows Donald Trump ain't shit. And so that's not going to allow them to
From
just
us.
bury their head in the sand. That's not going to allow folks to bury their head in the sand and pretend they don't see nothing. That's going to keep everybody woke.
Right. And I hate when they say, well, Trump isn't going to do anything for you guys. Well, Trump isn't going to do this. Well, okay. And she ain't either. So what you mad at? If neither
Mhm.
one of them are doing anything for us, because you've acknowledged that based off that statement. So why do you care that he's in office then? We just ain't getting shit. Do for self. And I agree with James Jones, but Gavin Newsom has pissed Californians off
Yeah,
heavy out here. You know, I'm
he's in
not
the
surprised that
same.
she got Kamala got California, but that's beside the point. There's actually organizers out here right now on the ground full freaking time. They're actually doing rallies. They're I think there's actually going to be one. There was one last week. I think there's another one coming up. So there's literally going hard in the paint out here in California, the Crenshaw area, Leimert Park area, like weekly, every monthly. They're organizing still because people are really pissed off at Gavin Newsom. So it's going to be a hard push for him.
It's no question that black folks in California are on code about that. But the problem is y'all don't have the numbers like y'all used to.
Right.
Y'all don't have the numbers that y'all used to. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the black strongholds of California done been wiped out. Everybody done moved to Texas and went somewhere else where it's more affordable, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
So
he's
y'all
still a
don't.
Democrat. He's still a grand Democrat. And we also have 4 years to organize all over the place.
Yeah, I'm
There's
just talking
four
about
years
in
to,
California itself.
yeah.
That's the reason why she was able to still win California.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah, for
saying?
sure.
That's what that's about. But yeah, Gavin Newsom right now, he's pretty much in the same position that Kamala was circa 2019. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? 2018, 2019. Because it was around that time when Professor Back Truth specifically and the new black media was warning us and blowing the whistle that they was going to bring her out the dugout, that she
Right.
was on deck, and they was giving us all the dirt about her and her history out there in California and all of that before she was even able to make it out the stable. And so now all his dirt is already on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? So the minute that they even try to announce him, he not gonna make it out the primaries either. He not gonna make it out the primaries either. They're gonna have to try to regroup. And this is the thing. I listened to a little bit of Jason Black's broadcast, and I forgot who said it. Somebody that was calling up, but they made a good point. The next go round, it's not like because we made them pay this go round that they just all of a sudden gonna find Jesus, and in 2028 they're gonna come, really seriously courting the black vote and offering tangibles and all of that. They still gonna try to play games, y'all.
Yep.
They still gonna try to play games. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at this like it was a fluke or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They still gonna come back around, trying to run game, trying to talk around the issues and all of that stuff. And they're gonna have to find out the hard way. Yep. They're gonna have to find out the hard way. And that's what I meant by this post. I think people was taking it the wrong way. I posted the graphic of the votes by race and gender.
Yeah.
Let me show y'all that. Let me show y'all this. Share screen right here. All right. Check this out. So I posted this graphic right here. Y'all can see it now, all right? And so it shows, sex by race of the people that voted for Trump. And I specifically pointed out that he got 20% of the black male vote. Only got 7% of the black female vote. And I don't know how much that is compared to last time or historically how that compares to how much of the black women vote that Republicans get. I didn't bother to look that up. But I wonder though, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm curious to know, is that more than what they usually get from black women? If anybody knows, let me know in the chat, or if you want to look it up real quick. But a lot of people thought I was complaining about black men voting, 20% of black men voting for Trump because I circled this. because the only thing I put in my caption was they gonna learn the hard way. And what I meant by they gonna learn the hard way is the Democrats. So I guess some people in the comments thought I was saying black men gonna learn the hard way. That's not what I was saying. I'm saying the Democrats gonna learn the hard way to stop playing with us. You know what I'm saying? This is an indicator right here. He was able to get 20% of the black male vote when they was talking about that, because they've been talking about that since summertime. A lot of posters and stuff was making that prediction that Trump was going to get 20% of the black male vote. And I was like, that's a stretch. I was like, that's a bit of a stretch. I'm like, I don't know about all that. He might get a little more than usual, but 20%, I thought that was a big jump. But he got 20% of the black male vote. And so that sends a huge message. And the reason why I think they focusing so much on us, because remember, they knew this was coming. They was already, that's why they sent Obama out to wag his finger at black men, and they started talking all this misogyny stuff. They had that fake black men summit and all of that stuff a couple of weeks ago. They knew this was coming. All of the indicators that they were getting beforehand was letting them know that we wasn't rocking with them. And their strategy was to talk down on us and tell us to fall in line and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And you see how that worked out for them. But
I found it.
But it truly is our fault. Because when you look at, because some people saying, well, why they ain't blaming that Latino man? That's what Uncle Luke talking about. That's why he's done with the Black and Brown Coalition. Because look, he got 54% of Black Latino men vote, and he got 37% of the Latino women vote. But the thing about that is that's normal. That's normal for them. They already know that.
Attention.
They already know that. That's not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? They already understood that that's not a voting block for the Democrats. That, they pretty much split down the middle. Latinos, men and women, they pretty much split that down the middle. That's historically been the case. So they're not scrambling to try to get that Latino vote like that, because that's not their base. That doesn't move the needle for them. You know what I'm saying? But just that little 20% of the black male vote made a big difference. Because, mind you, this is 20% that voted for Trump.
Right.
But many more of us stayed on the couch. And then there are another number of us who voted third party.
I voted couch.
I stayed on the couch. And so that's what really hurt them. Those of us who stayed on the couch, went third party, or voted for Trump, that's what really hurt them. It wasn't this 54% of Latino men. It wasn't the 59% of white men, of course. It wasn't the 52% of white women. That's expected. They can win. Well, all of these numbers could stay the same. But if this 20% shrinks down to 7% to match with what the black women did, that turns the whole election around. We are literally the swing vote.
Well, I was called an Aunt Your Mama today by someone in Tariq's comments, because he posted that video of Roland, what's his name, Al Sharpton, talking about it's black men fault and all this stuff. So I commented and I said, well, add black women on here too. You know what I'm saying? Because we rocking with the black man, whatever I said. And I got called all kinds of Aunt Your Mamas and everything. And I was just like, well, you must be a tether. And she was like, I'm a 35-year-old FBA, and I voted for Kamala, and not the, okay, well, good for you. We're not the same, ma'am. We're just not the same.
Okay. Shout out to Brother Ish. Ish just sent me the demographics from the last 3 elections. And so, if I'm seeing this correctly, in 2016, for the black male vote, Trump was plus 11, Hillary was plus 13. In 2020, Biden was plus 15, and Trump was only plus 8. And in this election, Harris was only plus 8, and Trump was plus 13.
Wow.
Does it show the women? Hold on. Latino man. Embrace Trump. What is this? Okay, black women. So for Hillary Clinton, black women was plus 90. Where is it? Where is it for Trump? It doesn't show the percentage of black women that voted for Trump, though. It shows that black women were 90 in 2016 for Clinton, plus 81 in 2020 for Biden, and plus 84 for Harris. So black women, I'm gonna need to talk to y'all.
Those was tethers.
I'm gonna need to talk to y'all, black women.
Those was tethers.
Ain't enough tethers. Ain't enough tethers. Ain't enough
Those
of
was
them.
tethers. And remember, they were showing that the machines were, flipping the votes over to Kamala, even if you chose Trump.
I did see some of that.
Come on now.
I
We
did
ain't
see
that
some of that.
crazy.
I did see some of that. But even like a lot of my clients were telling me that they couldn't convince their wives. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the brothers was like, man, like either they wasn't tripping about the election altogether, like they was like, man, I don't give a fuck who win this shit, or some of them were like, nigga, I'm voting for Trump. But either one, both sides, I kept hearing them say that they couldn't convince their wives. Their wives was going for Harris, no matter what.
Yeah, the housing, yeah.
The households were split.
Divided.
The households were split. And that has to do with the propaganda, man. We can't underestimate the power of the propaganda machine. It's a very powerful entity, and the shit works.
What was the reason though that their wives were deciding to, go with Kamala? Don't tell me abortion.
No, I think it was because they believed they were supporting a black woman.
If you know what I'm saying? Sit their asses down somewhere.
That's what they were told. That's what they were told. This is a chance. This is a chance to make history and put the first black woman in office. And everybody's not doing the research like that. Everybody's not tapped into new black media. Everybody wasn't listening to Candace Owens. Shout out to Candace Owens. I gotta give a shout out to Candace Owens. Gotta give a shout out to Candace Owens for that expose on Kamala Harris. I gotta give it up. I gotta pop my collar to that one. She did her thing. That was excellent. That was excellent. That don't make her a saint now.
No.
That don't make her a saint, but she did a good job.
She did that though.
She did a good ass job.
It made Kamala go on to Club Shay Shay and basically acknowledge that she's black by love.
Right. Right. She started switching it up.
She switched it up real quick. And that worked against the Democrats too.
Mm-hmm. It did. It did. But the point is what I'm saying is a lot of these wives, they're not privy to that. Only thing that they hear is they driving to work, listening to Steve Harvey show, or Ricky Smiley or one of them in the morning, or the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? That's where they get their news from. They come in the house, they turn on MSNBC, they drive to work, and they listen to the boule niggas on the radio. And that's where they get their news and their information from. You know what I'm saying? And so, a lot of men are just kind of, logical and non-emotional about, they don't have an emotional attachment to the situation. And they just like, I ain't feeling that chick like that. You know what I'm saying? As a man, if you watch her for 5 minutes on TV trying to do an interview and she can't put a sentence together, she can't answer a question. She's babbling all over the place, cackling all over the place. As men, we turned off by that.
Not just that, but how can she get into a meeting with Kim Jong-un, and all and Putin and all them? She's gonna crack under pressure.
This nigga said helmet style wigs. He said Helmet style wigs.
I've
Damn.
seen wigs that look like helmets. I've
Yeah,
seen them.
I know
I've
exactly what he's
seen
talking
them.
about. That's why it's funny. I know
I've seen
exactly
them.
what he's talking about. It's they be just embarrassing their kids. Cause you know the kids be Americanized and shit. You know what I'm saying? And when they mama gotta bring them to the barbershop with that helmet on their head, they be like looking down at the ground and shit. Like, hope these niggas don't start cracking jokes.
Did you
Yeah,
see
we
that
we
stocks
cracking
went up
jokes.
once he got elected?
Did I? Crypto started going crazy.
Right.
And you know what else was crazy? I went to the gym this morning. It was like 4 or 5 white dudes in there with MAGA hats on, and 2 of them had on the sneakers,
Wow.
the Trump sneakers, in the gym this morning. And I told the one white dude, I said, yo, you know, you just wasted the whole flip, right? He's like, what you mean? I said, you know what the resale gonna be on them shoes and that hat? He's like, you know, I didn't think about that. I said, you in here
Right.
sweating it up. You in here sweating it up now. It's still you still probably could
Yeah.
sell it for a little
Yeah.
something, but I'd have kept those in the box, nigga.
Man. He
I'd have
was
kept
making a
those in the
statement though.
box.
He was
Yeah, that's
making
what
a
they was.
statement.
Yeah, that's all they was trying to do. They was trying to show out, come to the gym with their Trump gear on and all that. I'm like, nigga, you supposed to keep those in the box, dead stock, because them shoes finna sell like a motherfucker. She has no Black Caribbean roots. When we accomplish something as big as public office, the whole family and cousins you've never seen show up. All she had was Doug and his kids. So what was she
Them weird
hiding?
looking ass kids.
Facts.
Them kids look weird. The daughter.
Facts. And look, I was even surprised by that, y'all. But that's true. She doesn't even have any Black Caribbean roots.
Mm-mm.
I thought there was some Black in there somewhere from the Caribbean. She had me. I thought there was some type of Black in there. Ain't no Black at all in this woman's lineage.
She's Black by love. So they weren't, yeah. How can
Yeah.
they be there? It's just, she's Black by love.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. But damn, time went by quick, boy.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on here for a
Time
minute
goes by
already.
fast when you're having fun.
We've been on here for a minute already. That's okay. That's okay. We talked about what need to be talked about. I was gonna get in play some of the videos and stuff of some of the meltdowns that have been taking place,
Yeah,
but
that shit is funny.
I'm sure y'all seen it. All that stuff
Right.
been going
They melting
viral.
down.
Did y'all see Rolling? I gotta play Rolling.
Play Rolling.
I can't believe Rolling said this. Hold on, y'all.
Yes, you can.
Not this. I said this. I said, come on, Rolling. Not even Rolling. I didn't even think Rolling would stoop this. Hold on. Where is it at? Is this it? I think this is it. Hold on, y'all. It's loading up. Yeah, roll it. Yo. Yo. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It's the end of the video for me. But let me play this. Poor Roly Poly. Look at it. The man looks sad, broken, depressed. Oh man. It's a rough
cut off.
It's a rough day for the Shills, boy.
You know
It's a
what?
rough day.
Remember he had that, town hall where they raised all that money, what I'm saying, for Kamala, yet you whining all the time about how, they don't have any budget for Black media and all that stuff, but yet you go so hard for them for
Hey,
nothing.
but she gave him an interview though.
She did give him an interview.
She actually gave Roland an interview. That shows how desperate they was, boy.
And how that worked out for her.
Even the Fox commentators was clowning about that. They was like, popular. Somebody said something about him being popular. They was like, popular?
Right.
Roland Martin?
With who?
Don't nobody watch Roland Martin?
When shit gets Rhea said, Roland's sitting in the dark eating Ben and Jerry's.
Crying. Real tears. Real tears. Lord Jesus. Let me play this.
When you look at states like New York, New Jersey, Harris barely wins those states.
Barely.
Lower margins than when Biden did. You look at the numbers, look at what the country decided. Country's decided we don't mind if you lead an insurrection. We're good. We don't mind if you steal classified documents and lie about it and don't return them. We're good.
You Negroes are out of touch.
Very
Y'all
much
bring
so.
y'all bring up stuff that nobody don't care nothing about. What did that insurrection have to do with black people? So-called insurrection or whatever. He led a so-called insurrection. How did that negatively affect black society in any
We
way?
wasn't a part of that. We actually had an FBA hero in there. He took one of them out.
Right. We didn't give a damn about that. That's not our issue. You're bringing up all these issues that we don't care about
at all.
That just shows how out of touch these niggas is.
We don't mind if you cheat with your company. We're good because you're going to bring back the good old days. It's going to be fabulous. The fact of the matter is, Trump inherits an economy fixed by Democrats.
An economy fixed by Democrats. So we got a good economy right now. Is that what I'm being told?
Right. Food.
The economy is good right now under Biden and Harris. Is that what I'm being told?
Groceries, nigga. What are you talking about?
Right.
Interest rates went crazy high. What are you talking about? Bowling ball?
And if it was, let's just say, in a parallel universe, we got a great economy right now. And now Donald Trump is going to be able to take credit for it. Who cares who gets credit for it? As long as my bank account get credit for it, I don't give a damn who gets credit for it. If it's good, it's good. Give a damn.
And he's going to immediately claim credit for all of it. He's going to say, oh, it came back all because I'm coming back.
But watch this.
But do understand, you better pay attention when he lets Elon Musk run amok in the federal government. You better be scared to death when he literally lets Robert F. Kennedy be in control of science and health.
Literally fear-mongering.
That's it. Because I'm liking what JFK is doing, especially when it comes to the food, stuff, the water, getting the fluoride out the water and stuff like that. We definitely don't want any forced, the things, I don't have a problem with that. What are you talking about, Roland?
Right. A lot of what Kennedy was saying, and Kennedy been on that before the pandemic came about. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of what he's been saying and what Reza and others have been saying is proven to be true. Their science has been correct. That's why now you got all of these companies being sued, states being sued. Employees have to be reimbursed and paid out because they lost their job or they lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You see that employee out there in San Francisco, a BART worker, getting paid $1 million back pay.
Right.
Because that person refused to get the job.
Right. And so the science was right.
Right. And they still pushing it though, which is so crazy. Why are we still talking about it? Like it's already
right. We supposed to be just dumb as hell, y'all. So are we still saying the unvaccinated people are dangerous? Is that what we still saying?
Who said that?
He said it's going to be a whole lot more people that ain't vaccinated. Okay, and?
Okay. Natural immunity. Eat right. Exercise. Go outside. Get some sun.
We the main ones that didn't get sick. Look. Oh, I missed it. Hold on, because this nigga, hold on. Let me bring it back a little bit. Hold on. This nigga said polio is coming back.
Lord.
Hold on, Roland. What? So Donald Trump is going to bring back polio. Oh, why you ain't tell me it wasn't on the screen? Hold on, yo. I thought y'all was looking at that. Hold on. My bad. I thought y'all was looking at that. Listen.
More people who ain't vaccinated. And when polio comes back,
That's crazy. When polio comes back, you Lord.
Vaccinated. And when polio comes back,
Like you just reaching now. You didn't have nothing else to say. You just saying any damn thing. You just saying stuff. You just saying anything.
Oh, shit.
who ain't vaccinated. And when polio
You
comes
gonna get
back,
it first.
Yo, this
Polio
nigga
coming
said
back.
Donald Trump is going to bring back polio, y'all. Like usually when the media does fear mongering, they try to be a little subtle about it. They try to be like suggestive about it. You know what I'm saying? They say stuff and give implications that's supposed to instill fear. Roland Martin is telling you, you better be afraid. He's just coming up the middle with it. You better be scared because now Trump back in office, polio coming back. Like, what?
You know what? I'll say with Trump in office, polio is not going to come at all because he's going to send these people back who's bringing all this shit here.
Say that.
I'm just saying, like, no, we're going to be a lot safer.
Say that. But look, I want to close out today's broadcast talking about some of the solutions, right? Because like I said, you know, the Democrats losing, not Donald Trump's victory, but the Democrats losing is a small win for foundational Black Americans, but we still have a lot more work to do. And so we need to talk about what some of that work looks like, what some of those solutions look like. And I think there's nobody better to consult at this hour, none other than Dr. Claude Anderson, right?
Right.
The solutions have already been laid down. We don't got to make up nothing new. We don't got to reinvent the wheel. You know what I'm saying? The solutions have already been laid down for us. And so I'm going to read a little bit from Dr. Claude Anderson's book, A Black History Reader. And the last section, he talks about some of the solutions, or one of the solutions, a powernomics agenda. And I'm going to start using this term a lot more often because we use the term delineation. Yeah, we use the term delineation a lot. But Dr. Anderson uses the term ethno-aggregation, which basically means the same thing, but it's a little more direct about what we need to do, because delineation is just drawing a line and a distinction from one thing to the other. So we've made a distinction between those of us who are descendants of the people that come from the killing fields of American slavery and people who tether on to our history and culture. We've already drew the line and made the difference, but we're talking about what needs to be done.
Yes, why?
And so one of the solutionary things that needs to be done is what Dr. Claude Anderson refers to as ethno-aggregation. And so what does that mean, family? Question 101. What steps should Blacks immediately take to become self-sufficient and a competitive group in America? To become self-sufficient and competitive in America, Blacks must first practice ethno-aggregation, a powernomics principle that is best defined as the voluntary concentration of individuals, resources, and votes around a population's common need to improve their economic and political competitiveness. The term ethno-aggregation may be new, but the concept is not. It describes a behavior pattern used every day by religious, gender, language, and ethnic groups. The culture of these groups encourages members to rally around their respective common characteristics or attributes aka ethno, in order to pool their collective aggregation, resources, and empower themselves to compete with non-group members. Let me read that again. The term ethno-aggregation means, or it describes, a behavior pattern used every day by religious, gender, language, and ethnic groups. The culture of these groups encourage members to rally around their respective common characteristics or attributes in order to pool their collective resources and empower themselves to compete with non-group members.
The same members that come
Ethno-aggregate,
over here to compete with us already.
exactly. They're already doing it.
They're already
That's why
doing it. We're late.
that's why he said the term might be new, but the practice isn't new. This is what other people do all the time.
All the time.
We the only dumbasses that ain't been doing this, by the way. We the last ones to the party. Ethno-aggregation is important for Blacks to adopt as part of their culture. It could aid Black Americans in a number of ways. First, ethno-aggregation could correct the negative effects of failed social integration, which stripped Blacks of positive benefits of their skin color, commonality, and historical exceptionality, and misdirected them into integration and political correctness. Unlike all other social political outgroups, Blacks scattered themselves into the integration process instead of unifying to strengthen and protect themselves. Ethno-aggregation can be the basis for group unity and the coming together of Black individuals into a virtual group and a national team with concentrated resources. Through ethno-aggregation, Blacks as a group can place their own self-interest first, before all other groups. The more concentrated their resources, the greater their group impact and competitive advantage will be. For Black Americans, the ethno-aggregation paradigm can be a cure or antidote for meritorious manumission. So by us pooling our resources together, us circling our wagons around our uniqueness as an ethnic group and as a culture is actually a cure for bootlicks and coons.
Love that.
That's basically what he's saying.
Yeah, right.
For Black Americans, the ethno-aggregation paradigm can be a cure or antidote for meritorious manumission, the strategy of Black individuals working against group interests in exchange for personal benefits. So that's the reason why they do it, because all of the resources and the benefits are in the hands of the dominant society. But if we're able to aggregate our power and our resources and our wealth, then we are able to offer more incentives for people not to be sellouts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're able to reward people for doing the right thing and punish those who get out of line. All right. It is a hard truth that we live in a capitalistic and competitive society in which power and wealth follow the numbers. The individual things people do yield greater power when their achievements are viewed as emanating from the power of a group. An aggregated group has a competitive advantage over one with scattered resources. Likewise, ethno-aggregation is most effective when the resources are organized and directed toward a common and specific purpose, in this case, Black self-sufficiency and competitiveness as a group. So yeah, it's cool if you're doing okay as an individual. But if you are a successful individual and that's seen as a reflection of our group interests, if you know the resources that you're able to attain as an individual goes towards our collective self-group interest, it gives it more power. So for example, look at the Diddy situation.
Right.
All of the success, all of the money, and all of the stuff that he was able to attain on his own is not beneficial to him when he's under attack because it's not connected to a power base.
Right.
He's on an island by himself. You know what I'm saying?
Will Trump give him a pardon?
That's his man, ain't it?
I'm just saying. Fair question. Fair question.
Trump might have been at a Diddy party or two.
You know?
I don't know. We almost done here. All right. Whites dominate and control the society because they are the population with the greatest ownership of concentrated resources. Group power does not emanate from what a single person owns and controls, but from what whites as a group own and control. They control collectively and behave in their group's self-interest. A black person can succeed individually, but if that person fails to identify with and connect with his group, then the group does not gain in strength and competitiveness. If there is no group-based connectedness, the group will not miss nor care about what a given individual has or has lost. So when they drain the wealth from a Kanye or somebody like that, it doesn't make a difference to us either way because we don't benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? Ethno-aggregation encourages blacks to unite with their own people before seeking to unite with members of other groups. It encourages blacks to pool their tangible and intangible resources. A fist has greater impact than 5 separate fingers. For example, blacks come together when they attend church or when they participate in civil rights march or a demonstration. If the dollars aggregated at church were targeted to build a credit union, or if a demonstration was targeted specifically to demand government funds for starting and growing black-owned businesses, those blacks gathering together would become examples of ethno-aggregation. Ethno-aggregation is a tool for blacks to use to practice group-based competitive economics targeted specifically to the goals, needs, and history of their group. So basically, the solution is get on code, family.
Codification. I have that book down here somewhere.
It's all about getting on code, man. It's all about getting on code. And we've been doing good so far, family. We just got to keep the momentum going. The more success that we gain, the more of our people will join the ranks. And so with that being said, we got to make sure that we have vetting systems in place.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because we
all
still are
folk and kinfolk.
Right. And we're still coming from a position of weakness, which makes us vulnerable and susceptible to infiltration.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? COINTELPRO and all of that. But yeah, so I think we should do this more often with the Dr. Anderson books and all of that. You know, pick a section and, you know.
Anderson study, like Bible study, we call it the Anderson study.
Right.
The Claude study, something. And just, you know, for those that have read it, let's read it again together.
Right. All right. And so, yeah, man, y'all stay tuned for more episodes of Sincere Love the Godcast. Y'all know we usually do this on Sundays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, where we cover current events, other issues that we feel are important to what's going on in Black society. And usually around this time on Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time, we have the Black Business Showcase, where we bring on business owners, entrepreneurs, and you know, inventors, nonprofits, all type of you know, good folks to chop up game about business. And so if that's you and you want to be featured on our channel, slide in the DMs, Nicety Girl with the #1 on Instagram, Sincere Love to God, all social media platforms, or send us an email, godcastenterprises@gmail.com. Let us know what you got going on so we can get you on the schedule for the Black Business Showcase.
And
but
remember,
that does it. Go ahead. You can knock it out.
And remember, we are not the master teachers, but we are the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. Peace and Black love.
Black love.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.